potatoes, or yams sometimes as they're called. My grandmother had this very nice recipe, and she would bake them and then add a couple of spices. So today I thought I will show you this recipe which my grandmother would make. So I've baked it at 375 for about 35 minutes to 40 minutes. And take off the skin and then go ahead and put it in a food processor. Oops. I think if you cut them, the food processor does a better job, a faster job I would say. And to that, what I add is fresh oranges. Yes, fresh oranges give a very tangy flavor. I know many people don't like sweet potato because it's too sweet. So what you do is give it a little balance by adding some tangerine flavor to it. And this tangerine flavor is my addition. My grandmother wouldn't add tangerine, but I thought, well, you know, tangerine is so refreshing and it counteracts the sweetness of the sweet potato. And a little bit of butter, some brown sugar. Now brown sugar you add just for a little more flavoring. If you want to skip brown sugar in this recipe, that is fine. And the ingredient, the spice, one spice which I use is, this is cardamom pods. Now you see these are seeds which are in this, and these are fragrant aromatic seeds. Now if you get these already peeled, please don't buy them. The flavor is definitely way lower than fresh seeds which you open and then crush. And if you were ever to buy powdered cardamom powder, it's as good as just adding any sawdust or whatever, because it's lost its flavor. Now the thing about spices, ground spices, is that the freshness, the taste is there when it's just crushed. So any spice powder which is lying on your spice rack for more than 4 months or say 6 months, please just throw it away. If you use that spice powder, it's as good as adding sawdust to your cooking. It has no flavor and you're wasting your time, energy. So buy spices in small quantities, buy whole spices, and ground them as you need it. So here is cardamom seeds, which I'm going to add in a little mortar and pestle, and just crush them. You don't have to make a smooth powder. Now some recipes do call for smooth powder, but here what I'm doing is applying a little pressure. Now what I like to do is also sometimes use a small coffee grinder. A coffee grinder which is used only for spices. Spices and coffee flavor don't mix at all. So when there's a good sale on any coffee grinder, I buy it and I keep it only for spices. And that way I can ground the spices. Okay, so that is just crushed. It releases a lot of flavor. So you have this beautiful color and this very tasty sweet potato dish. And the way I like to serve it is with pistachio nuts. get a nice attractive bowl. And then garnish it with some pistachio nuts. So, in this recipe, sweet potato, the sweetness is balanced with a little orange flavor, and a spice like cardamom makes it very interesting, and a little texture of pistachio nuts make a very interesting dessert. Try sweet potato, the Indian style, with just one spice.